For the opening prayer to be led by Honorable Ana Cheryl Castro, to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and the singing of the provincial hymn.
Let us put ourselves into the presence of God. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father in heaven, holy be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptations, but deliver us from evil. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang ay di magtitingin, luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya na pagkay mga akin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo. O probinsya na minamahal, sansubangan ng Davao, banwakaw na madayaw, yan aguyon yang udaw, malipayon kay palanggakaw ng Diyos. Matabayang kalupaan mo, yang tanong mabungahon, dagat mo mga suba, madai kayang isda, kabuhian kawilihan ng tanan. O mahal na Davao Oriental, langit mo mapaway, yang kabutayan, yang kapatagan, mayaman ay magandahay. Mas bihain pa kami kumanto, kami mo uli anikan mo. Garbo namin na Davaoenyo, yang pagservis ang kadyawan mo.
Pleasant afternoon to all the members of this august body. Good afternoon also to our SP Support Services Office, headed by our SP Secretary, Mr. Maximino Nazareno II. And here today, as acting secretary for this regular session today, we also have our assistant head of the SP Support Services Office, Ma'am Evangeline Plaza. And of course, to all present here in the session hall. And before I request the secretary for the roll call, I would like to take this opportunity also to extend our greetings to our colleague, board member Beverly Dayanan. Happy birthday to you today. Okay.
Thank you.
So at this point, may I request our acting secretary for today's session to proceed with the roll call for the determination of the quorum.
The honorable members of this august chamber are requested to say aye as I call the roll. Honorable Maria Glenda Monetra Batgaita,
Aye.
Honorable Beverly M. Dayanan, Honorable Harold
Aye.
A. Montes, Honorable Manuel M. Lipardo Jr., Honorable Ana Cheryl N. Castro, via Zoom.
Hi.
Honorable Elijah E. Palmahil. Honorable Daud V. Linsag. Honorable Stephen Paul L. Uy. Honorable Maria Lady Hope J. Macaira. Honorable John Erwin G. Montojo. Honorable Ruchi M. Ravelo is on an official business. Honorable Jerome C. Dayanghirang is on an official business. Honorable Joson Michael G. Dayanghirang. Honorable Eleuterio C. Manaytay.
Hi.
Honorable Shanin C. Lintugunan is on an official business. Honorable Presiding Officer, there are 10 members of this August Chamber present, including the Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you. Madam Secretary, considering that we have mustered a quorum for today's regular session, we can now proceed to the discussion of the items in the order of business. What is the next item?
Next item in the order of business is reading and consideration of the minutes, journal or proceedings of the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Davao Oriental, taken during the 48th regular session held on June 3, 2026, and the 49th regular session held on June 10, 2026, both at the SP Session Hall, Government Center, Dahican, City of Mati, Davao Oriental.
Considering that all members were furnished copies of the said minutes and journal of proceedings, what is now the pleasure of the body, Honorable Lepardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Good afternoon to all. Honorable Presiding Officer, I now move by way of an omnibus motion for the adoption of the Journal of Proceedings as well as the minutes of the 48th regular session dated June 3, 2026, and the 49th regular session dated June 10, 2026 at SP Session Hall, Government Center, Dahican, City of Mati, Davao Oriental. I do so move.
There was an omnibus motion for the passage of the minutes and the journal of proceedings of the 48th regular session on June 3, 2026, and the 49th regular session on June 10, 2026, on motion of Honorable Lepardo, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions, none noted. Motion is carried. Said minutes and journal of proceedings of said regular session is hereby adopted by this council. Next item.
Next item is privilege hour.
We are now under privilege hour. Yes, Honorable Lepardo is again recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I would be requesting for an amendment of our calendar, particularly on committee report number 18-30, as well as the proposed resolution 18-448 series of 2026. This is in relation to communication number 18-430 of 2026, which pertains to municipal ordinance number 6 series of 2026, which authorized the proposed borrowing of the local government of Caraga, Davao Oriental, represented by its Mayor Ronnie Sango Osnan, with the Development Bank of the Philippines in the amount of 300 million pesos, Honorable Presiding Officer.
Is that for inclusion? Okay. So there was a motion presented by Honorable Lepardo, seconded by Honorable Uy, Honorable Palmahil. Any objections, discussions, none noted. Motion is carried. May we request for copies of the said committee report and its corresponding resolution? Okay, so we are still under privilege hour. Are there any other members who would like to avail of the privilege hour? If none, we can now proceed to the next item in the order of business.
Next is question hour. This august body has no invitee to be accommodated under the question hour. Next item is first reading and referral to committees of proposed ordinances, none. Proposed resolutions. Under this is proposed resolution number 18-443-2026, authored by the Honorable Ruchi M. Ravelo.
This is referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, and Ways and Means.
Communications. First under communications is communication number 18-444-2026.
This is referred to Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations and Ways and Means.
Next is communication number 18-445-2026. This is certified as urgent by the Honorable Governor.
Okay, this is referred to Committee on Health and Sanitation, and considering this is certified urgent, this will be tackled and discussed later under a committee of a whole under suspended House rules. And for the record, before we proceed, we would like to acknowledge the presence of Board Member Joson Dayanghirang. He is present in today's regular session.
Noted, Your Honor.
So,
Next
item.
Next is communication number 18-446-2026.
This is referred to Committee on Health and Sanitation.
Next is communication number 18-447-2026.
Referred to, again, Committee on Health and Sanitation.
Next is communication number 18-448-2026. This is certified as urgent by the Honorable Governor.
Referred to Committee on Disaster Preparedness. And again, as this is certified urgent, this will be tackled and discussed later under a committee as a whole under suspended House rules. Next item.
At this point, Honorable Chair, we will now be accommodating the urgent request from the Honorable Governor, Your Honor.
Honorable Lepardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move that we convert ourselves into a committee of the whole under suspended House rules.
There is a motion for the conversion of this body into a committee as a whole under suspended House rules on motion of Honorable Lepardo, seconded by Honorable Uy, Honorable Palmahil, Honorable Montes. Any objection? And Honorable Castro. Any objections? Discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. First item for discussion.
First item under suspended rules, Committee of the Whole, is communication number 18-445-2026, referred to the Committee on Health and Sanitation, chaired by the Honorable Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Good afternoon, Madam Presiding Officer and my fellow board members. On the 2nd of June, we have received a communication from the Office of the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang respectfully requesting the Sangguniang Panlalawigan for a passage of a resolution upgrading the DOPH Lupon to a Level 1 hospital and increasing its bed capacity from 25 to 50. I believe this is a much needed request or upgrade with our medical institution in Lupon. As we all know, it is catering not only the people of Lupon but as Banay-Banay and San Isidro as well. So if there are any questions, I would be open to answer from my colleagues.
Okay, are there any clarifications, questions with regards to communication number 18-445, a request from the provincial governor? If there is none, what is now the recommendation of the committee? May we request Honorable Montojo? What is now the recommendation? I think there are no questions or clarification coming from the members present today.
I move that we accept.
Pass? The recommendation.
Yeah. Okay. I move that we pass this resolution.
Okay. So the recommendation of the committee as a whole is for the passage of the said resolution later once we convert the body into a committee as a whole, into back to plenary. Okay. So with that, I think we are through with the first item for discussion. What is the next item, Madam Secretary?
Next is communication number 18-448-2026, referred to the Committee on Disaster Preparedness. This will be facilitated by the Honorable Montojo, Vice Chair of the said committee.
Honorable Montojo is again recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, again, good afternoon. On the 15th of June, we have received a letter from the Honorable Governor, from the Honorable Acting Governor Glenda Monet Rabat Gaita, to request the passage of a resolution authorizing the Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang for and in behalf of the province of Davao Oriental to enter into and sign and execute a deed of donation with the Office of the President, represented by Senior Deputy Executive Secretary Maria Lualhati Dorotan Chuseco as the donor, and to accept the special financial assistance granted thereunder. The assistance is intended for individuals, communities, and groups severely affected by the 7.8 magnitude earthquake that struck Maasim, Sarangani, and significantly impacted neighboring provinces, including Davao Oriental. On June 8, the grant shall be charged against the Socio-Civic Projects Fund. The proposed deed of donation is necessary to facilitate the immediate provision of financial assistance for relief, response, rehabilitation, and recovery interventions for affected households and families in the province of Davao Oriental in the amount of 5 million pesos. Madam Presiding Officer, I move that I move for the passage of this said resolution.
Okay. So I believe if there are no questions, clarifications coming from the members, the recommendation of the committee as a whole, as agreed by everyone, is for the passage of the requested legislation or resolution later under when we convert back the body back to plenary. So do we have other matters for discussion?
We have no more matters to be discussed under Committee of the Whole report, Your Honor.
Okay. Honorable Lipardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move that we convert back ourselves into the plenary under the same suspended House rules.
Okay, there was a motion for the conversion of this body back to plenary, still under suspended House rules, seconded by Honorable Linsag, Honorable Uy, Honorable Palmahil. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. What is the first item?
First item under this period is Committee of the Whole report number 18-298-2026 to be rendered by the Honorable Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have here Committee of the Whole report number 18-298-2026 with the subject communication number 18-445-2026. Findings and observations. The Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang is requesting for a passage of a resolution upgrading the DOPH Lupon to Level 1 hospital, increasing its bed capacity from 25 to 50. The Provincial Health Board passed PHB Resolution number 2, Series of 2026, requesting the same subject. With the enactment of Republic Act number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991, the management and operation of government hospitals were devolved into the local government units. In 1992, Lupon District Hospital was officially transferred from the Department of Health to the Provincial Government of Davao Oriental under the Integrated Provincial Health Office. DOH continuing efforts to standardize healthcare facilities nationwide. Administrative Order number 20212-0012 reclassifies Lupon District Hospital as infirmary. Its integration into the provincial health system, Lupon District Hospital was officially renamed DOPH Lupon through Sangguniang Panlalawigan Resolution number 14-199-2013 dated August 23, 2013. At present, DOPH Lupon operates under the administrative and technical supervision of the PLGU pursuant to the devolution framework under RA number 7160. It serves as a primary referral hospital for its catchment municipalities. Based on the hospital accomplishment reports, DOPH Lupon operates beyond the bed capacity and the risk of acquiring and transmitting infections among patients, accompanying personnel, and visitors are evident. The hospital setting is unsuitable for privacy, comfort, and safety. The expansion of the facility is to respond to the increasing demand of the patient and further improve access to quality healthcare services for the residents of Lupon and nearby municipalities. This initiative is aligned with the province's commitment in enhancing healthcare delivery and strengthening local health systems. DOPH Lupon is included in the Local Investment Plan for Health Calendar Year 2026 to 2028 and Annual Operation Plan 2026 for Health Facility Upgrading. Recommendation: in light of the foregoing, the Committee of the Whole hereby recommends for the passage of a resolution upgrading the DOPH Lupon to a Level 1 hospital and increasing its bed capacity from 25 to 50 beds. I move for the passage, for the acceptance of this said Committee of the Whole report, Madam Presiding Officer.
There was a motion for the acceptance of Committee of the Whole Report number 18-298-2026 on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present.
Seconded.
Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said Committee of the Whole Report is now adopted and accepted by this Council. Next item.
The Honorable Linsag would like to manifest something.
Yes. For the, yes, Honorable Linsag
Madam
is
Chair.
recognized.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. We acknowledge the presence of Board Member Makaira.
Okay, for the record, Board Member Attorney Maria Lady Hope Makaira is present in today's regular session.
Noted, Your Honor.
So, next item is
Next is Committee of the Whole Report number 18-299-2026 to be rendered by the Honorable Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is again recognized.
Good afternoon again, Madam Presiding Officer. I have here Committee of the Whole Report number 18-299-2026 with the subject communication number 18-448-2026, a letter from the Honorable Maria Glenda Monet Rabat Gaita, Acting Provincial Governor, dated June 15, 2026, requesting this august body through Honorable Beverly M. Dayanan, Acting Vice Governor, for the urgent passage of a resolution authorizing the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang for and in behalf of the Province of Davao Oriental to enter into, sign and execute a deed of donation with the Office of the President, represented by Senior Deputy Executive Secretary Maria Luwalhati C. Dorotan Chuseco as donor, and to accept the special financial assistance granted thereunder. The assistance is intended for individuals, communities, and groups severely affected by the 7.8 magnitude earthquake that struck Maasim, Sarangani, and significantly impacted neighboring provinces including Davao Oriental on June 8, 2026, in the amount of 5 million pesos. The grant shall be charged against the Socio-Civic Projects Fund. Madam Presiding Officer, I move that for the acceptance of this said Committee of the Whole Report.
There was a motion for the acceptance and adoption of Committee of the Whole Report number 18-299-2026 on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by Honorable all members present. Any objections,
Seconded.
discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said the Committee of the Whole Report is adopted by this Council.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-446-2026 to be presented by the Honorable Montojo.
Honorable Montojo is again recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have here proposed resolution number 18-446-2026, a resolution upgrading the Davao Oriental Provincial Hospital Lupon to a Level 1 hospital and increasing its bed capacity from 25 to 50 beds. I move for the approval of this said resolution, Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay, there was a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-446, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by all members present. Any
Second.
objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said resolution is hereby approved by this Council. You may proceed, Honorable Montojo. You may proceed to the next.
Yes. Madam Presiding Officer, I have here another proposed resolution, number 18-447-2026, a resolution authorizing the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang for and in behalf of the Provincial Government of Davao Oriental to enter into, sign and execute a deed of donation with the Office of the President, represented by its Senior Deputy Executive Secretary, Maria Lualhati C. Dorotan Chuseco, as donor, and to accept the special financial assistance granted thereunder relative to the assistance intended for the individuals, communities, and groups severely affected by the 7.8 magnitude earthquake that struck Maasim, Sarangani, and significantly impacted neighboring provinces, including Davao Oriental, in the amount of 5 million pesos. I move for the passage and approval of this said resolution, Madam Presiding Officer.
There was a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-447, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montojo, seconded by Honorable Uy, Honorable Palmahil, Honorable
Seconded.
Isag, and Honorable Montes, and Honorable Castro. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said resolution is hereby approved by this council. Next item.
Honorable Chair, we have no more items to be tackled under suspended rules.
Honorable Lepardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move that we lift the temporary suspension of the House rules.
Okay, there was a motion for the lifting of suspension of the House rules on motion of Honorable Lepardo, seconded by Honorable Joson Dayanghirang, Honorable Montojo, and Honorable Uy, Honorable Castro. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. What is the next item in the order of business?
Next are petitions and memorials, none. Next is consideration of committee reports. First is committee report number 18-295-2026 by the Committee on Local Government. This will be rendered by the Honorable Joson Dayanghirang, Vice Chairman of the said committee.
Honorable Joson Dayanghirang is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Chairman and distinguished members of the Committee on Local Government, this representation would like to render Committee Report number 18-295-2026, subject communication number 18-434-2026, a letter from Engineer Danny G. Escalante, Sangguniang Bayan Secretary, Municipality of Caraga, Davao Oriental, dated June 2, 2026, submitting Municipal Ordinance number 9, Series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Declaring the Third Sunday of November of every year as the National Day of Remembrance for Road Crash Victims, Survivors, and their families in the Municipality of Caraga, Davao Oriental. Action taken. The committee held a meeting on June 3, 2026, right after the 48th regular session to discuss the foregoing subject communication. Madam Presiding Officer, considering that all members of this august body have already been provided with a copy of the said report, I move to dispense with the reading of its entire contents and subsequently move for its adoption. I also move.
There is a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-296-2026 on 295-2026 on motion of Honorable Joson Dayanghirang, seconded by Honorable Uy, Honorable Lepardo, Honorable Insag, and Honorable
Seconded.
Montes, and Honorable Castro. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said committee report is hereby adopted by this council. Next item.
Next is committee report number 18-296-2026 by the Committee on Youth and Sports Development. This will be rendered by the Honorable Palmahil, Vice Chairman of the said committee.
Honorable Palmahil is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. On behalf of the Chairperson of the Committee of Youth and Sports, Honorable Shanine Lintogonan, who is unable to attend today's session, I respectfully present this committee report number 18-296-2026, dated June 17, 2026, pertains to the communication number 18-399-2026, item number 2, regarding the municipal ordinance number 2026-02 of the municipality of Banay-Banay, entitled An Ordinance Creating the Banay-Banay Sports Development Council, or BSDC, and Municipal Sports Coordinating Office, or MSCO, and appropriating funds therefore. The Committee on Youth and Sports carefully reviewed the ordinance and found that the same is consistent with existing laws, policies, and regulations concerning sports development, youth empowerment, and local governance. After due deliberation, the committee recommends the adoption and approval of the Municipal Ordinance number 2026-02. Honorable Presiding Officer, I now move for the adoption and acceptance of the said committee report. I do so move, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There was a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-296-2026 on motion of Honorable Palmahil, seconded by Honorable Lepardo, Honorable Uy, Honorable Insag, Honorable Montes, and Honorable Castro. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said committee report is hereby adopted by this council. Next item.
Next is Committee Report number 18-297-2026 by the Committee on Labor, Employment, Civil Service, and Human Resource Development.
Honorable Montes is recognized.
Daghang salamat, Honorable Presiding Officer, o mayong hapon sa tanan. I have here Committee Report number 18-297-2026, dated June 10, 2026, with subject matter SP Communication number 18-424-2026, a letter dated May 13, 2026 from the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayang-Hirang, requesting the August body for an appropriate legislative action relative to the correction of the salary grade of the vacant position of the Davao Oriental Provincial Medical Center. Action taken, the committee held a meeting at the SP Session Hall before the 47th regular session on May 28, 2026 to confirm matters pertaining to the above referred communication. Present during the deliberation is the representation as the chair and the rest of the members of the committee. For the findings, Madam Presiding Officer, number 1, Provincial Ordinance number 18-05-10-2025, an ordinance approving the abolition, creation, and funding of various plantilla positions of the Provincial Government of Davao Oriental. The same was enacted by the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan on October 22, 2025 and was approved by the Honorable Governor on October 27, 2025. Among the funded positions thereof is Respiratory Therapist 1, item number 241 with salary grade 10-1. The salary grade of the said position is requested to be corrected from SG10 to SG11 to ensure consistency and compliance with the Civil Service Commission Resolution number 2000-290 promulgated on February 11, 2020, which prescribes salary grade 11 for the said position. Civil Service Commission through CSC Resolution number 2100915 dated October 19, 2021 had resolved to amend the salary grade for Respiratory Therapist 1 position as reflected in the previous resolution number 200290 from SG 11 to SG 10. This is to conform to the index of occupational service position title salary grade under DBM circular number 2018-4, and the same is confirmed through CSC Memorandum Circular number 3 series of 2022 dated January 31, 2022. Madam Chair, for the recommendation, a resolution respectfully informing the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayang-Hirang through the Provincial Human Resource and Development Office that the Provincial Ordinance number 18-05-10-2025 duly enacted by the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan is already consistent with and in conformity with DBM Budget Circular number 2018-4 as confirmed by CEC Resolution number 2100915 through the Memorandum Circular number 3 series of 2022 dated January 21, 2022, and no such amendment is necessary thereof. Madam Chair, if there is no other question, I would like to move for the adoption of this committee report.
Okay, there was a motion for the adoption of Committee Report number 18-297-2026 on motion of Honorable Montes, seconded by Honorable Linsag, Honorable Montojo, Honorable all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said committee report is hereby adopted by this council. Next item.
Next is Committee Report number 18-300-2026 by the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations and Ways and Means. This will be rendered by the Honorable Lipardo, Vice Chair of the said committee.
Honorable Lipardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. In behalf of the Honorable Ruchi M. Ravelo, the Chairman on the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, I have here with me Committee Report number 18-300 series of 2026. And with the indulgence of this august body and the Honorable Presiding Officer, allow me to read the contents thereof, considering that we just gave a copy of this one today, Honorable Presiding Officer. May I proceed?
You may proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. This is in relation to communication number 18-430 and 18-441, all series of 2026. The letters from the Sangguniang Bayan Secretary, Mr. Danny G. Escalante, of the Municipality of Caraga, Davao Oriental, submitting Municipal Ordinance number 6, series of 2026, and SB Resolution number 22, series of 2026, respectively. Honorable Presiding Officer, we had our committee meeting last June 10, 2026, with where 4 members of the committee were present, except Honorable Daod V. Linsag, who was absent at the time. Honorable Presiding Officer, the findings of the committee report are as follows. Communication number 18-430, series of 2026, pertains to Municipal Ordinance number 6, series of 2026, entitled An Ordinance Authorizing the Proposed Borrowing of the Local Government Unit of Caraga, Davao Oriental, represented by Municipal Mayor Honorable Ronnie S. Osnan, to the Development Bank of the Philippines in the aggregate amount of 300 million pesos to finance the acquisition of heavy and transportation equipment, purchase of lot for government infrastructures, construction of storage facility, and installation of solar power system within the commercial building, public market, view deck, and public terminal. Letter A. The same was enacted by the Sangguniang Bayan of Caraga on February 25, 2026, and subsequently approved by the municipal mayor on March 5, 2026. Number 2, communication number 18-441, series of 2026, pertains to SB Resolution number 22, series of 2026, which approved the Supplemental Annual Investment Program AIP number 1, series of 2026. Letter A, the same was passed and approved by the Sangguniang Bayan on February 18, 2026, and was subsequently approved by the municipal mayor. The recommendation, Section 296A and Article 394A, all of Republic Act 7160, and its implementing rules and regulations respectively, provides that the LGU may create indebtedness and avail of credit facilities to finance local infrastructures and other socio-economic development projects in accordance with the approved local development plan and public investment program. Section 468 of Republic Act 7160, which states that the Sangguniang Panlalawigan shall review all ordinances approved by the Sanggunian of component cities and municipalities, among other things, to determine whether they are within the scope of the prescribed powers of the Sanggunian and of the mayor. And finally, all premises considered, therefore, this honorable committee favorably recommends to this august body for a passage of a resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 6, series of 2026, and Sangguniang Bayan Resolution number 22, series of 2026, all of the municipality of Caraga, Davao Oriental, considering that the same is within the prescribed powers of the Sangguniang Bayan, existing laws, rules, and regulations pertinent thereto. With that, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the acceptance of Committee Report number 18-30, series of 2026. I do so move.
There was a motion for the acceptance of Committee Report number 18-300-2026 on motion of Honorable Lipardo, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said committee report is hereby adopted and accepted by this council. Next item.
Next item is calendar business. First, under calendar business is unfinished business, none. Next is business for the day. First, under business for the day is proposed resolution number 18-442-2026, authored by the Honorable Jerome C. Dayanghirang and to be sponsored by the Honorable Joson Michael G. Dayanghirang.
Honorable Board Member Joson Dayanghirang is recognized.
Thank you once again, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for the passage and approval of proposed resolution number 18-442-2026. Resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance Number 9, Series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Caraga, Davao Oriental, entitled An Ordinance Declaring the third Sunday of November of every year as the National Day of Remembrance for the road crash victims, survivors, and their families in the Municipality of Caraga, Davao Oriental. Considering that the same is within the prescribed powers of the Sangguniang Bayan pursuant to Section 447A of A1 of the Local Government Code of 1991 or the RA 7160. I do so move, Madam President.
There was a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-442, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Board Member Joson Dayanghirang, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said resolution is hereby approved by this Council. Next item.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-444-2026, authored by the Honorable Shanin Silin Tugunan and to be sponsored by the Honorable Palmahil.
Honorable Palmahil is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I have here proposed resolution number 18-444-2026, a resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 2026-02 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Banibanay, Davao Oriental, entitled An Ordinance Creating the Banibanay Sports Development Council or BSDC and Municipal Sports Coordinating Office or MSCO and appropriating funds therefore, considering that the same is within the prescribed powers of the Sangguniang Bayan pursuant to Section 447, subsection A, subsection 1 of Republic Act 7160. I know since everybody has a copy of the said resolution, I will forego the reading of the whole contents and subsequently move for its passage and approval.
There was a motion for the passage of resolution number 18-444, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Palmahil, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said resolution is hereby approved by this Council. Next item.
Next is proposed resolution number 18-445-2026, authored and sponsored by the Honorable Harold A. Montes.
Honorable Montes is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I have here proposed resolution number 18-445-2026, authored and sponsored by this representation. A resolution respectfully informing the Honorable Governor Nelson L. Dayanghirang through the Provincial Human Resource and Development Office that the Provincial Ordinance number 18-05-10-2025 duly enacted by the 18th Sangguniang Panlalawigan is already consistent and in conformity with the DBM Budget Circular number 2018-4 as confirmed by CEC Resolution number 2100915 through the Memorandum Circular number 3 series of 2022 dated January 31, 2022, and no such amendment is necessary, therefore. Madam Chair, I move for the approval of the proposed resolution number 18-445-2025.
There was a motion. There was a motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-445, series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Montes, seconded by Honorable Insagan, Honorable Uy, Honorable Castro. Any objections, discussions? All members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said resolution is hereby approved by this Council. Next item.
Next are two proposed resolutions. These are proposed resolution numbers 18-448-2026 and 18-449-2026, both authored by the Honorable Ravelo and to be sponsored by the Honorable Lipardo.
Honorable Lipardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. Considering that both resolutions were copies of the said resolutions were only given today. May I be allowed to read all of the contents of the said resolution, Honorable Presiding Officer? Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. By way of an omnibus motion, Honorable Presiding Officer, I move for the passage of the following proposed resolution. Proposed Resolution number 18-448, Series of 2026, a resolution confirming the validity of Municipal Ordinance number 6, Series of 2026 of the Municipality of Caraga, Davao Oriental, considering that the same is within the prescribed powers of the Sangguniang Bayan subject to Section 123 of Republic Act 7653 and implemented by Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas Circular number 402 and other existing relevant laws, rules, and regulations. Whereas submitted before the August body is a letter from Secretary to the Sangguniang Bayan of Caraga, Mr. Danny G. Escalante, submitting Municipal Ordinance number 6, Series of 2026 for review. Whereas subject Municipal Ordinance number 6, Series of 2026 is entitled an ordinance authorizing the proposed borrowing of the local government unit of Caraga, Davao Oriental, represented by Municipal Mayor Honorable Ronnie S. Osnan, to the Development Bank of the Philippines in the aggregate amount of 300 million pesos to finance the acquisition of heavy and transportation equipment, purchase of lot for government infrastructures, construction of storage facility, and installation of solar power system within the commercial building, public market, view deck, and public terminal. Whereas, Section 296A and Article 394A of Republic Act 7160 and its IRR respectively provides that the LGU may create indebtedness and avail of credit facilities to finance local infrastructures and socio-economic development projects in accordance with the approved local development plan and public investment program. Whereas Section 468(1)(I) of Republic Act 7160 provides that the Sangguniang Panlalawigan shall review all ordinances approved by the Sangguniang of component cities and municipalities to determine whether these are within the scope of the prescribed powers of the Sangguniang, among other things. Next proposed resolution is Resolution number 18-449, Series of 2026, entitled A Resolution Confirming the validity of Resolution number 22, Series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Bayan of Caraga, Davao Oriental, considering that the same is within the powers of the Bayan, subject to Section 123 of RA 7653, as implemented by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas Circular number 402 and other existing relevant laws, rules, and regulations. Whereas submitted before the August body is a letter from Secretary of Sangguniang Bayan of Caraga, Mr. Danny G. submitting Resolution number 22, Series of 2026 for review. Whereas the same is consistent and in accordance with Section 114A of Republic Act 7160. Whereas Section 56A of Republic Act 7160 provided that the Sangguniang Panlalawigan shall review approved ordinances and resolutions approving the local development plans and public investment programs formulated by the local development councils. With that, Honorable Presiding Officer, again, I reiterate my omnibus motion for the passage of proposed resolution number 18-448 and proposed resolution number 18-449, all series of 2026. I do so move, Honorable Presiding Officer.
There was an omnibus motion for the passage of two resolutions, Resolution number 18-448 and Resolution number 18-449, both series of 2026, on motion of Honorable Lepardo, seconded by all members present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Motion is carried. Said resolutions are hereby approved by this Council. Next item.
Next item is unassigned business, none. Next is proposed ordinances for third and final reading, none. Next is consideration of other matters.
Okay, we are now under other matters. Do you have any announcements, other concerns, other issues? None?
Madam
Yes,
Presiding.
Honorable Palmahil. Yes, after Honorable Palmahil, we will recognize Honorable Castro. Okay,
I request the members of the Committee on Housing, Land Use, and Urban Development that we will have a short meeting after this session. Thank
Okay. Please take note, members of the Committee on Housing and Urban Development Committee. Honorable Castro, you were raising your hand earlier. You have the floor.
Yes, Madam Presiding, good afternoon to everyone and to our colleagues. I would just like to greet our Congressman Pong J.R. Dengirang for his birthday today, and also to our Board Member Dayanan.
Okay.
That's
Thank
all.
you. That would be all. Okay. We are still under other matters. Do we have other announcements? Before we proceed to the next item, I just like to remind the members, if you remember the previous regular session, we had a guest during question hour from Try Davao, Davao 2026, when they presented the activities, upcoming activities, this is an accredited activity in line with the celebration of the Araw ng Davao Oriental. So I will be requesting my Chief of Staff, Mr. Gian Gaita, to to pass this on to the different board members for your commitments as to the support that you will be extending for the activity. So if possible, you can just give instructions to your Chief of Staff regarding this. Thank you. So are there any other announcements? Not anymore? Okay, we may proceed to the next item.
Next
Yes,
is adjournment.
adjournment. Yes, Honorable Lepardo is recognized.
Thank you, Honorable Presiding Officer. I move to adjourn today's session.
There was a motion for adjournment until next Wednesday on motion of Honorable Lepardo, seconded by all present. Any objections, discussions? None noted. Session is hereby adjourned.